going to start stretching in a moment. So does everyone have a yoga mat? You're in comfortable clothing. If you have a wall or a doorway nearby, we'll do some stretches for our chest against there.
Also have the option to turn your camera on and I'll watch you stretch and give you feedback if you need it.
Okay, and anything we do on the ground will have a modification, either standing or sitting. So, okay, so let's begin. Remember those 4 pillars of a stretch. We're gonna, you want to know the muscle group you're stretching or the area, and I'll tell you, and the resistance, and then wherever your attention goes, and just have to be comfortable. Okay. So let's start with our shoulder stretch, that large intestine stretch that was in the training series. I'm going to put my left arm up at my side about shoulder height. And I'm going to grab the elbow. My elbow is going to resist by moving back, but my hand's going to pull across, resist continuously. And then pillar 4, I let it go. So pillar 1 is the start position. Pillar 2, add the resistance. So the elbow is going back. I'm pulling with my hand. Pillar 3 is stretch with resistance, lengthen with resistance, and then let it go and go back to the start. Breathing in and out through your nose, a comfortable level of resistance. We resist from the start, wherever that is, and to the end, wherever that is, okay? So we want to change that fascia. We want to go after the root cause of our pain or inflexibility or lack of strength. Resist from the start. Continue to resist all the way across. We'll do like 2 more. My knees are bent a little bit. Again, you want to be comfortable, so there's a comfortable stance. Okay. All right. Shake that out. And, just check in, see what you noticed. Softer shoulder, relax. This feels tense, a little high. Okay, let's do the other arm. About shoulder height is the arm and the elbow. It's out to the side, so wherever you can grab it comfortably. Some people can start here and pull across. Some people can start here and pull across, but relax on the way back. So here's our start position, pillar 1. I'm adding resistance, pillar 2. Keeping the resistance and lengthening, pillar 3. Pillar 4, let it go and go back to the start. This is a great stretch for neck pain. Large intestine also regulates blood pressure. So if you have high or low blood pressure, this is a stretch that you'll want to do. We also have variations of all these stretches. Let it go. Resist at the start, right? Keep resisting as you go through the stretch and then relax on the way back. I'm also relaxing my hand and my fingers on the arm that I'm stretching here. Let it go. Resist at the start position. Keep the resistance while you lengthen and then relax on the way back. Let's keep going. Let's do a handful more. Let it go. Resist, 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 and let it go. All right. All right. Shake that out. Nice open chest. Now let's go into the lower body. We're going to do some leg stretches. The first one's going to be for the central hamstring, the center back of the leg here. So I'm going to place my body near a wall if you have a chair nearby, because I'm going to hold on for balance. So take a little step forward with the leg you're going to stretch. I'm going to stretch my left leg. I'm going to bend both knees comfortably. And so that's the start position, right? We're standing up straight. We're stretching the back of the leg. Now the resistance, pull the heel back, pull that front heel back. Then you feel the leg tense up. Keep that. Keep resisting, pulling that heel back as we fold forward to lengthen and stretch our central hamstring, and then relax on the way up. Pull the heel back, pull the heel back, pull the heel back continuously, and then let it go on the way up. And then, move your feet around if you need to reposition your body for, better leverage. Resist, resist. So make sure there's a bend in this knee. Make sure there's a bend in that knee. That wants to happen. And again, we're breathing in and out through our nose. Resist at the start position, keep resisting. And, if the resistance starts to wane a little bit, go back to the start. Now, you can add more resistance, but you don't want to finish the stretch as the resistance wanes. You want to start with resistance, keep the resistance, and then let it go right at the end of the resistance. It's the resistance that changes the fascia. So you want to keep it, consistent, 10%, 20%, 50, 60, but just keep it through the whole range. All right. Shake that out. Check it out. The foot's softer. Notice that. Knee feels a little looser. Front is open. So check in, see what happened, and then let's switch legs. We're going to do the central hamstring again on the other leg. This is the brain meridian, great for the central nervous system and the health of our brain. So my right foot's forward, both knees are bent comfortably, and I'm near this wall. I'm going to hold on here with my hand. So I'm going to pull that heel back, pull that heel back, pull that heel back, and stretch, and then return without any resistance. Resist as we fold forward, relax on the way up. And so you got the resistance, you know what muscle you're stretching, right? So after that, where does your attention go? Do your hips want to make any adjustment? Do they want to turn a little bit to the left or the right? Does your torso want to turn a little bit to the right or left? And then you start making these little adjustments, and then the resistance will naturally increase as you start to identify these areas in your body, that want to compensate, but then you're going to counter that a little, right? We're always looking for the path of greatest resistance. Let it go. We're stretching the central hamstring now, the brain muscle group. Resist, resist, resist. Pull that heel back, and relax on the way up. Let's do 2 more. Stay with that resistance all the way through your stretch. Stay with that resistance all the way through your stretch. Then let it go. Okay. Check it out. Shake it out a little bit. Now, we're going to do a stretch for the chest at the wall. We're going to do 1 arm at a time. This is for the lung, improving the health of our lungs. So if you have a doorway nearby or a wall, you're all set. So I'm going to do my left hand. So the left hand's going to press against the wall about the height of my head, or maybe a little higher. And you want to, my body's on an angle facing my hand, right? So my right foot's a little closer to the wall than my left. I'd like to start with my left shoulder in front of my right hand and a bend in the left arm. Soften your hand, kind of let it push into the wall and across. The direction of force for the resistance is pressing into the wall and to the right if you're doing your left arm. Keep pressing into the wall as you move toward the right to stretch your left chest muscle and your left bicep. So resist, resist, resist as you move to the right. Relax as you come back to the left. And I'll give you a demonstration, my imaginary wall here. So I'm starting with my chest and my shoulder very close together. I'm pressing into the wall and across. And I'm moving my body. You see this lengthening here? And I let it go and come back to the start. So my right foot's closer to the wall than my left. I'm pressing in and across, resisting. And you can put your right hand on your chest to feel it engage and resisting, and then let it go and come back. So this is a great stretch for the chest, improving the health of our lungs, keeping the elbow bent a little bit. Now, a couple things I'm thinking about here is you want to, keep your hips neutral. Maybe think about tucking your tailbone under. Your rib cage wants to stay in your body. If you notice that the bottom of your ribs are popping out, you want to keep them in a little bit. And all it's doing is keeping the body in, better alignment and a little more resistance. It's always in relation to the resistance. You know, if we have good alignment, then we can resist nicely. Let it go. Let's do 2 more. Feel the body heating up. Right? Feel the body heating up in this lung stretch here. Okay. Okay. Shake that out. See what you notice. Maybe a looser neck on that side. Again, softer shoulder. The chest is open. So let's switch arms. Going to have the right arm a little higher than my head, elbow bent. I want the shoulder to be in front of the right hand. I'm softening the hand, pressing into the wall, and now I'm pressing across to the left and moving to the left to stretch the right chest muscle. Let it go at the end and come on back. Pillar 1, the position. Pillar 2, add the resistance. The resistance is pressing straight in and across. And then the movement is to the left to stretch your right chest muscle. And again, my left leg is closer to the wall than my right. My body's on an angle facing my hand against the wall. Because remember, with resistance stretching, you want to start with the muscle in the shortest possible comfortable position. Resist and lengthen from there. Tailbone's tucked, ribs in the body, resist, 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 and relax on the way back. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let it go. If you need to reposition your feet, your hand against the wall, maybe you want to go a little lower or a little higher. Let it go. Resist is the key. Resistance is the key. Let's do 2 more. Stay with the resistance. Stay with the resistance.
So, Jewel, can you push against a wall to do the stretch? Because that's how you get the resistance. Maybe you don't have one nearby.
Okay. All right. Shake that out a little bit. Now, let's go back into the legs. Let's do the lateral hamstring. This is a bladder stretch for the back outside of the leg. Improve the health of your bladder, help you sleep through the night if you get up to go to the bathroom. Helps improve the health of your bones, bone density. Okay. We're going to do it similar to what we just did, the central hamstring, but we're going to turn the leg out. So take a little step forward with the leg you're going to stretch and then turn it out. So my right foot's forward. I'm going to turn the leg out with a bend in my knee, and I'm going to pull that heel back toward me. And now the back outside of the leg is engaged. You resist continuously as you fold forward, relax as you come back up. So pull the heel back continuously with the bend in that knee. That knee wants to bend. And then let it go on the way up. Great stretch for back pain. This is the #1 stretch for the back pain, right? The lateral hamstring. Pull that heel back, pull that heel back, pull. And remember, it's not about keeping your balance. So hold on to something for balance. It really helps. Helps us focus on the resistance, maintain the resistance.
You want to be resisting from the very beginning of the stretch. So it's not just in the end range, it's really at the beginning that you want to be resisting.
So I'm standing up straight. I'm in the start position and the heel is pulling back. I'm pulling it back. I'm pulling it back. I'm pulling it back. I'm pulling it back. And that's my range. I let it go and come back. So the fascia changes with the resistance during the movement. That's the whole key, right? It's the opposite of weightlifting. It's a really nice move. The body really enjoys making this move. Let it go. It's a wonderful exercise. It's a full body exercise. Resist, resist, resist. Let's do a couple more. Stay with the resistance all the way through the stretch. Now, again, a comfortable level of resistance, right? Breathing it out through your nose. Stay with it. Stay with it. Okay. Shake it out. Shake it out. What happened there? Ooh, the shoulder dropped. I feel that's the first thing my attention goes to. And more open on the front of the hip. So that tells me the pelvis sat back a little bit. So we got a little more aligned, right? So see what you notice, where your attention go, and that's Switching legs. Take a little step forward with your left leg now. Turn that left leg out. Now, how far do you want to turn it out? You can turn it out slightly to about 11:30. You can turn it out to 11, 10:30. You know, just try different positions to see what's comfortable for you. So I'm going to turn that foot out, pull the heel back continuously. And then I'm going to let it go and come back to the start. And again, I'm near this wall. If you have a chair, hold on to something. It's all about the resistance and relax on the way up. Breathing in and out through your nose. Stay with the resistance as you fold forward, relax on the way up. And one thing I noticed I do in this, and I see other people sometimes, is we drop the head. Let's keep the head moving with the body. Keep the head moving with the body so it keeps it up a little bit. And notice how the resistance stays nice and solid. Stay with that, and let it go. Resist. We're stretching the lateral hamstring on the back outside of the leg. And it's one of the tightest muscle groups in the body for people. We think it's from years of sitting, being good students. Let it go. Resist right from the start. Pull that heel back as we fold forward, and relax as we stand up. Okay, all right, shake that out a little bit to soften the foot up, drop the shoulder. Feeling good. All right, back to the back of the shoulders. We're going to do the small intestine stretch, 2 arms at once. So we want to get those elbows up and wide, about the height of your shoulder, and then the palms are pressing together. So this is the start position. Now for resistance, press the palms together and engage the arms and the shoulders. Keep that resistance while we draw the elbows together for the stretch. Let the resistance go and go back to the start. Comfortable leg position. So my knees are bent a little bit. I want to keep that pelvis kind of relaxed. And I let it go at the end. Press those hands together continuously while you draw your elbows together and relax on the way out. Resist continuously and relax here. Breathing in and out through our nose. Let it go. This is a great stretch for the spine in relation to the cerebral spinal fluid that goes up and down the spine, in and out of our brain. So it helps with head injuries. Resist and let it go. And of course, it's a small intestine, so it helps with digestion. Resist, and relax. Let's do a couple more. Starting to burn on the outside of those shoulders. Stay with it. All right, 2 more. Okay, whoa, shake that out. Easy to look up. And again, the chest opened up really nice because we got the muscles on the back of the body to shorten. Now we're going to do a stretch 2 legs at once for the medial hamstring, the back inside of our leg. So our legs want to be about shoulder width. Okay, we start in the standing position. We bend our knees a little bit. So now the resistance is squeezing our heels together. So squeeze your heels together without letting the knees cave in. You know, you want to keep your legs neutral just as they are, but squeeze the heels. Squeeze the heels continuously while we fold forward. Let it go and come on back to the start. So bend those knees a little bit. You can keep your feet straight ahead. I like to turn the feet in a little bit. If you can turn the feet in a little bit, that's great. But sometimes when you're new to this, it's hard to turn your legs in. So you can leave your feet straight. You can even leave the feet turned out a little bit, because if you squeeze your heels, the medial hamstring will engage in all 3 positions. Let it go. Squeeze together, squeeze together. Keep the ribs in, keep the tailbone tucked a little bit. But the main thing in every movement we make is the resistance. And you decide how much resistance you want to bring to each movement, right? And over time, your force will increase. I've been doing the very same stretches we've been doing for years and years. And the muscle contracts more and more. The fascia gets healthier and healthier. And you get stronger and faster. And the pain and discomfort just kind of, dissipates. It's great to have a really nice body that works and is there for you all the time. Let it go. Let's do a couple more. Resist, resist, squeeze both heels together, both heels together, both heels together, and let it go on the way up. Okay. What happened there? Feel a lot of space in the sacrum. Legs are closer together, a little bit of internal rotation that I didn't have. It's still not internal, but it's less external. Okay. Let's go back and do that very first stretch we did and see how the body feels. See how it feels. Let's go back to the large intestine for the outside of the shoulder and the outside of the arm. One arm up about the height of our shoulder. It's going to be moving backward, but we're going to grab our elbow, fingers wrapped around our elbow. Resist. Elbow going back, hand pulling towards center. Let it go for pillar 4. Go back to the start. Bend those knees, relax. Nice, comfortable, athletic stance. More force, stronger arm. And you feel the increase in the force from the first time we did this. I feel like it's doubled or tripled easily. Stay with the resistance, all the way through the stretch. Relax on the way back to the start. Let it go. So if there's more force, you want to bring a little more force to get a better change, bigger change. Let it go. And this resistance stretching, it's the only way the muscles actually do stretch is when they resist. And then, of course, the bonus is the improved health in our fascia. Resist, resist, resist. Let's just do one more. Okay. What happened there? Chest opened up. See the arm, back of the arm is like close to the back of the body. So that helps with that rotation. That feels really nice and it's good for the neck. Switch arms. So see what you notice. Start position, grabbing the elbow. Pillar 1, pillar 2, resist. Hand is grabbing, elbow's going back. Pillar 3, keep the resistance and stretch. Pillar 4, let it go. Stay with the resistance. So on this one, your torso stays quiet. I know in the beginning, I had a tendency to turn my torso, but keep your torso steady and it'll help give you the stretch in the shoulder. Let it go. Breathing in and out through your nose. And then where does your attention go? How's everybody doing?
Good.
Looking good. It's a workout, huh? Body's starting to sweat. If anybody has a Fitbit on, your heart rate's probably good and strong and should be in a little bit of fat burning mode. Stay with it, stay with it. Okay. All right, shake that out. Now let's do another round of lateral hamstrings. We'll add a little bit of variety. So we're going to do a lateral hamstring, the back outside of the leg. Now, take a step back. So that I'm going to do the right leg. So just take a little step back, and we always turn the leg out a little for that lateral hamstring. So my right foot's behind me, my legs are bent, and we're going to press that back foot down and back. You feel the back outside of that leg engage. Keep pressing that foot back as your body folds forward and then relax. Another way you can think about it is your 2 feet are pressing away from each other, but the position of your back foot turned out is going to engage that lateral hamstring. right? The 2 feet are pressing away from each other, pressing away, and folding forward. Okay, keep those hips kind of square. Keep the ribs in your body, resist, press the foot back, press the foot back, press the foot back, and relax as we go back. So you can think of it 2 ways. Just press the foot back and the front foot will naturally go forward. But sometimes it's helpful to press both feet away from each other. I find that a little tiresome for the front leg, because it automatically happens if you just press the back foot back. Resist continuously. And then depending on how far you turn that foot out, like if you turn it out a lot, like say to 2 o'clock, and you resist by pressing back and fold straight forward, it adds a bit of a rotation to the lateral hamstring, which feels really nice. Let's do a couple more. Resist from the start in the standing position by pushing that foot back, pushing that foot back.
So you want to start in a completely upright position, totally upright to start.
Yeah, anytime we're doing standing stretches for the legs, the upright position is the shortest possible position for this lateral hamstring or any of the hamstrings. Okay, shake it out, check it out. More open on the front, shoulder drop now, it feels like it's back in space. And lighter in the leg. Okay. Other leg, let's take a little step back with that left leg. Turning the leg out to about 10 o'clock or so. Bend those knees and press that foot back, down and back. Front leg's going forward. And fold forward while we resist. Let it go on the way back. I can feel my head dropping, so I got to keep that head up. Press the foot back, press the foot back, press the foot back, and relax on the way up. And again, hold on to something for balance. It's about the resistance. More resistance we create in any stretch, the better balance we'll have. Resist, 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 relax on the way up. It's all about changing the fascia, the root cause of all of the problems we have with our muscles, getting weaker as we get older. It's the fascia. We want to change that. Resist, resist, resist. And relax on the way up. Let's keep going. Let's do about 4 more. Go at your own pace. Maintain that resistance all the way through. Now, this leg, it took me a lot longer to feel the rotation, but it is happening. The foot's also not as turned out as much as it was on the right foot. So the 2 sides are different. If you just pay attention and you get to learn about your body this way, you might feel one stretch more on one side, not as much on the other. That's common. Let it go. Resist in the start. Continue to resist all the way through the stretch and relax on the way up. Okay. Shake that out. Now, we're going to do another stretch for the upper body, and it's going to be small intestine. We're going to do the doubles again. See if it's increased the intensity or the start position's better. Press those palms together with the elbows wide. Keep pressing them together as you draw your elbows and let it go. So the start position has more force. Elbows are nice and wide, and the range is a little bit better at the end also. So the improved range at the start, which means it started a little bit shorter. More force through the hands. You can feel it. Resist. Let it go. It's natural if you're new to this and you feel your muscles shaking a little bit. That's okay. Stay with it. Stay with it. Let it go. Boy, this one heats the body up. So the small intestine is part of the fire element in Chinese medicine. So small intestine and heart are the fire element. Let it go. Breathing in and out through our nose. Stay with it. Stay with it. Let it go. Okay. Shake that out. And we want to do hearts. We want to go back into the chest. So We can do the back of a chair or we can do the wall. 2 hands at once. The target muscles are the chest and the biceps. So I'll demonstrate on the back of a chair for you, those of you who have a chair. You're pressing your hands on the back of the chair down and squeezing them together, down and squeezing them together with bent elbows. Keep that resistance while you sit your hips back. And then come back to the start. So press the hands down, squeeze them together. Keep the elbows bent, and then you just walk your body back, but the arms are engaged the whole time. Let it go. You can see I'm nice and close. And then at the wall, I'll demonstrate sideways here. You're pressing your hands into the wall, squeezing your arms together, again, as you walk back. So they're the similar moves, just one's on the back of the chair and one's at the wall, whichever one you prefer. But you got to squeeze those arms together, and push into the wall or push down into the chair and then let it go and come back to the start. Keep the ribs in the body. Keep those ribs in the body. Heating up, you're probably sweating again in this heart stretch. The palms, they want to soften up. The hands want to be soft. Let them sink into the chair or let them sink into the wall. Breathing in and out through your nose. Resist from the start. Continue to resist all the way through. Let's do 2 more. Okay, what happened there? Check it out. Looser neck, more chest, moist open chest. The arms feel kind of heavy. It's kind of nice to feel your arms this way. Last stretch, small intestine, 3rd set. Let's do it again. Palms together, elbows wide. Press together, and there we go. More space in the front of your body. Can you feel that? We just stretched out the heart, the chest, and now the elbows feel nice, the shoulder feels nice, and the force has increased yet again. Let it go. Breathing in and out through your nose, comfortable stance. Stay with it. Let's do about 4 more. Keeping those elbows up. Hands away. Okay. Easy to look up after that. See, it gets better and better and better. If you have problems looking up, that's a stretch you want to do.
Thanks for stretching with us, you guys.
Really enjoyed that. Feel good.
Nice way to spend Saturday. So we're going to take questions, but before we do that, I'm just going to quickly go through the logistics of our membership program because enrollment is closing tomorrow. And I know that some of you guys that are here are trying to figure out if that's something you want to do. So we're going to explain that to you, and then we're going to take some questions. And so in order for me to do that, I just need to share my screen. Bear with me 1 second. Hold on. Share screen. There we go. Okay, cool. Bear with me. Always takes a village to run this stuff. Slideshow. There we go. Cool. Yeah, so we're just going to quickly explain to you guys what is inside the membership program so that you're super clear on what it is and what it involves. So let's just kind of go through this 1 slide at a time here. We're going to give you a bird's eye view of what you get immediate access to, and we'll also obviously answer some questions. So there are over 200 on-demand stretching videos. So it's the kind of thing where it's a recording, and there's over 200 video recordings. And so you can watch them at any time as long as you have an internet connection. And most of the recordings are in the 10, or the classes, we call them, are in the 10 to 15 minute range, but they do range from 10 to 40 minutes. It's a huge amount of content and is conservatively valued at just under around $4,000. Like if we were to sell all of this content, it's pretty much the entire system is inside the membership site, and it's a very big system. So that's what you get. But more specifically, there's a section called the Super Year Program. And so what that is 52 weeks worth of curated stretch flows. So it's the kind of thing where you'll get an email weekly from us as an active member, and we'll tell you where you are in the Super Year Program. And you just go in and you do those specific stretches. So it's guidance. You don't have to think about what should I stretch, when should I stretch, that kind of thing. Well, you would still have to decide when, but you don't have to decide what. And I know that a lot of people might be thinking at this point, well, but if I do the Super Year Program, will it solve my particular problem? And the answer is yes, it absolutely will, because even though there is a diversity of symptoms, the root cause is pretty much the same. And so the way that we have the Super Year Program laid out, it goes through the whole body very thoroughly. And it also targets all the major areas. So it's a great way to deal with pretty much anything that you would have going on. And it's a great option if you do want the guidance. It's in there and it comes with your membership. You don't have to follow along to it. It's just available to you. And then another really popular section is the stretch flows page. And so that's, where there are numerous flows. We call the classes flows, and they're 10 to 15 minute or 15 to 20 minutes long. Some are a little bit shorter, some are a little bit longer. And they have, different topics, things that you would be interested in, like knees, back, hips. And then there's some interesting topics in there, like there's a facelift flow, a metabolism flow, a TMJ flow, that kind of thing. Tutorials and ebooks. Really important that you know how to stretch and know what you're doing. So we have a great tutorial section, and there are ebooks that you can print out to also refer to if you'd like. Daily access to John and I. So there's a comments area under every video, and we check those every single day. So you have literally daily access to us, and we're kind of right there with you as you go through your journey and your process, making sure that you're getting results and your questions are answered and you're not confused about any aspect of your stretching process. Search index. So there's over 100 search terms in there, and it's pretty vast. Injuries, illnesses, emotional and psychological concerns, and then of course all the obvious things like the areas of the body and injuries and that kind of thing. And you just choose a word that you want to search, and you put it in the search bar, and all the videos that are associated come up with that. So that's a great feature. We also have 2 live classes weekly for members. They're short, they're 15 minutes long. We call it Going After It. It's Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, Tuesdays at 12 noon Eastern Standard. Those are with John. The recordings go into the membership if you miss it. But it's just an opportunity to show up live and ask a couple questions weekly, and that comes with your membership. We have a members only Facebook group that I check daily. We have an incredible community. We've actually just started a really great thing, and you would have the option to participate in that as a new member. We're calling it accountability groups. So we're pairing members into groups who want to participate. You don't have to, it's obviously not required. We're pairing members into groups of 4 or 5, and you share you share phone numbers, and then you can text with one another to keep each other accountable. Like, how's it going? I didn't stretch today. I did stretch today. This is how I feel. This is how I don't feel, whatever it may be, because we really do have an incredible group of people that are stretching with us. And so it's a great way to kind of meet people and get help, because you're not on this path alone. We are all doing it together, but you have to first facilitate the interaction. And so that's what this does, both the Facebook group and these accountability groups. We keep on adding more content. We have guest speakers. We have a really cool nutritionist coming in June. We're having some members come on and talk in August. So there's a lot that's always happening in addition to just the content that's in there. You get a couple bonuses if you join, right? So we have a Meridian stretch guide, which is a printout that goes through each of the each of the muscle groups, the organs, and the stretch associated with it. You also get a running bonus, which is really great. It's a video that John put together where he shows you how to run in a way that's safe, won't injure you further, get your heart rate up, help you burn calories. It's a really great, it's fun too. So you get both of those bonuses, the Meridian stretch guide and the running bonus. And so, yeah, the doors are officially open through tomorrow night. We close them at the end of the day tomorrow. And the price is $45 a month, or you can get 2 months for free, and that's $450 for the year. So you're basically saving $90 if you commit to a year. So you got the monthly plan and the yearly plan. You get all the same stuff with both of them. You do get an extra bonus with the yearly. So if you're going to commit to the yearly and you're like, I'm doing this for a year for sure, we're going to give you a free 12 pack of live Zoom classes. So this is a completely separate product. But I do want to add, all members get 50% off of these Zoom classes, which is a really good deal. But if you sign up for the yearly, we're going to give you at no charge a 12 pack. They're 45 minutes long. They're Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays at 11 a.m. You stretch live with John and I. We're watching you stretch. There's Q&A afterwards. It's a great way to start your membership because we put eyes on you 3 days a week and you show up 3 days a week. Yeah, look in the chat. Members are putting comments in. I just want to quickly make my way through this. So yeah, the benefit to the yearly is you save money and you get that extra bonus. But all the content in the membership is available to both. They're really just different payment plans. And I just want to point out, this is an auto renew program. You keep paying until you cancel. When you cancel, you no longer get charged. So this is where you can sign up. Maybe John, you can throw that in the chat. You can also send them right to bendablebody.com. Both of those will work. But it's bendablebody.com/membership/. So it's bendablebody.com/membership/. John's going to put it in the chat for you. Also 30-day money back guarantee. This only applies to the monthly, not the yearly. There are no refunds on the yearly. So if you're on the fence, you don't know if you want to commit, you are concerned about the price, give it a try. If in 30 days you are not happy, you send us an email, we will return your $45, but it does have to be within the first 30 days. There are no exceptions to that. Okay, a couple of testimonials, but actually I kind of want to read what people are putting in the comments. So we'll go on to that. The live people that are here. This one's pretty good though. Let's read this one. Can I brag for a minute? Down 30 pounds since the end of the year. A1C down 1.1 points, and HDL up 10 points due to your stretching exercises according to the doctor. That's Judy. Here's Julie. I think Julie's actually here. So let's see what she actually put in the chat. I don't think Mary Jane's here. So yeah, I'm gonna come out of this. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen and let's see what's in the chat and also answer your questions. So stop sharing. Hello. Let's see what's in the chat. Wow, some really good comments. Ruby, thank you. That was great. I highly recommend Bendables and their membership. These stretches and methodology are the only thing that permanently fixed my plantar fasciitis and low back pain. Very grateful. Thank you, Julie. Really, Ruby, thank you. That's awesome. What a great way to spend a Saturday. You're welcome. Linda, thank you. John, the right arm keeps improving. I think Linda has shoulder stuff. After 3 years of constant pain, despite various therapies, the resistance stretching exercises have helped so much. I was paying per month and have decided to sign up for the year plan. I truly appreciate the consistent guidance through the exercises. Merci beaucoup. So yeah, I mean, you can upgrade to the yearly. That's what Linda did. Thank you for telling us, Linda. Paula, oh, the membership is so worth it. If you have to give up something else, time or money for it, do it. Thanks for the session today. Thank you, Paula. So true, Paula. Davina, do you have stretches for hands, fingers, and thumbs? Going through trigger thumb at the moment and steroid shots did not work. Yeah, we absolutely do. So the lung stretch that John showed you really helps the thumbs because the lung meridian goes right into the thumb, but we also have stretches that like directly go into the hands, the fingers, and the thumbs inside the membership. But we do encourage you to focus on those bigger muscles because that's going to get to the root cause of it. Let's see, Anita, I am on my 3rd year for the Bendables. Actually, Anita, did John tell you he was checking you out the other day during going after it? And he's like, wow, she's got some hamstrings. He came and told me afterwards, you like walked away from the camera and I got the report afterwards. And he was like, Anita walked away. She's got some hamstrings. That's no small compliment from him, Anita. I just want to say that. That's a big deal. I am on my 3rd year with the Bendables and it's really something that helps me. I would suggest that you try it. I did a monthly at first and after 4 months, I had to get the yearly. It was the best thing I've done. I'm 80 and people do not believe that I am that young. I do not believe that I am that young. I can bend and I can connect my sewing machine without asking someone to do it for me. Yes, I love it. I love it. Thank you, Linda. Maricela, if I join the yearly, will the 12 pack of Zoom classes be recorded? Yeah. So we give you the recordings if you can't make one or more than one. Absolutely. Elizabeth, I'm going on year 3 and I'm part of the membership and take classes. Bendable body is the best addition to my health. Thanks, Elizabeth. Kim, is it safe to do these stretches every day? Yeah. So this is the one exercise method where quantity equals quality. Oh my God, you guys, I'm looking at my hair. How embarrassing. Who would ever join a membership if they're with someone whose hair looked like this? Having a bad hair day. No one else is. You don't have to fix your hair. It's me. Yes, absolutely. You cannot overdo. You don't have to stretch every day. You're going to get a result with 3 times a week. You're going to get a result with 1 time a week. You're going to get a result with 5 minutes a day, but you will not overdo. It just keeps on getting better and better. The fascia really wants and needs attention, and your body is protected when you resist. So these stretches aren't going into the joints and you're not fatiguing the muscle. You're freeing it up. So yes is the answer. There's the link if anybody needs it. Cindy, thanks for adding ankle joint videos. You're welcome. I look forward to doing those, having a lot of push in therapy to get more range of motion, more especially internal rotation. That's a hard thing to guess. I mean, where do you need the internal rotation? In your legs? And I'm expected to work in pain level of 5 to 7 on a 10-point scale. Good luck. Yeah, keep us posted on that. Let's see. Elizabeth, I was scheduled for shoulder surgery when I started, and because of bendable body, I was able to avoid surgery and have been able to work through back and knee issues on my journey. Thank you, Elizabeth. Cindy, I had ankle surgery in February. Got it, Elizabeth. I used to wear a 6'8", now I'm a 4'6". So you've also, and you probably didn't lose actual pounds. It's the body sitting better, so the clothes fit better. Julie, I've been a member since January 2019. Bendable body is everything. Right to the point. Thank you, Julie. Okay, Karen, did you have a question, Karen? You can go ahead and put that in the chat if you have a question. Just go ahead and type it right in the chat. Do we have any other questions about stretching, about what's going on with your body, and obviously about the membership? Any questions whatsoever? Feel free to ask them. John and I aren't going to keep you guys for too long on your Saturday afternoon, but we do want to cover any questions that people might have. And I just want to also thank our members so much for coming and stretching with us and for putting all these really amazing things in the chat to let people know about your experience. We so appreciate it. More to come. All right, you guys. So if we don't have any additional questions, oh, are you typing, Karen? Okay, we're waiting for you. Karen, elbow pain aggravated in heart stretch, then could not do small intestine. You want to comment on that one, John?
Yeah, well, Karen, the heart and small intestine stretches are good for the elbows. Actually, they regulate movement at the elbows. So we would have you do a different heart stretch. So first thing,
Oops, I should
we
get out of the
would
way.
add more force and bend the elbow more. But there's a really nice heart stretch. You know the lung stretch we did at the wall here? You place your hand at about your shoulder height or a little lower, press in and across, and then move across. And that will get the heart muscle group. You can also do that on the ground. Press down and across and move across. I like the mat because I can generate a lot of force. I have a lot of leverage. But if something hurt while you were doing it, or the first thing we do is ask you to add more force and do less range. And in that case, knowing the stretch that you did and we were doing, I would bend the elbow more, but I wouldn't do the doubles. Doubles sometimes can be hard because like double legs or double arms, because you're asking both arms and both legs to do the same thing. They're not the same. So singles would work in that instance. And that would be better.
John, do you want to answer Shirley's question just right below Paula? I already answered Paula.
All right, Shirley. I'm looking for you. Hang on. My right calf is in pain if I sit more than 20 minutes. Stretches? Hamstrings.
We're the hamstring police, Shirley. Like 75% of the time, the answer is going to be hamstrings.
Well, and I tell everyone, all the members, on my own, when I stretch, 80, 70, I'll be conservative and say 70% of all the stretching I do are these three hamstrings. And
We did have different versions.
we have different versions. I usually, my favorite one here lately, all right, I switch, is this one right here, where I'm just on one knee. I got the leg in front of me. I got a nice chair for balance. I got the little bend in the knee. And if my foot's straight ahead, I pull back. I pull back. I pull back. I pull back. Resist, resist, let it go. And then if I turn my foot out, now I'm getting a lateral hamstring, right? I do 10, 20, 30 in one position, 10. Then you turn the foot in and you get the medial hamstring. So I've been doing a lot of these lately, like a lot. And feeling quite amazing, strong.
It just fixes the whole body head to toe, no matter what you have going on. It really is a panacea, changing that particular area.
Yeah, but there is a stretch specifically for that. And it's associated with the heart. Calves are associated with the heart.
So, Tammy, do stretches help with arthritis? Go ahead.
Yes.
Talk to them.
Talk to them. Kidneys are associated with arthritis.
Which is a stretch for the groin.
Yeah, it's a stretch for the groin, resistance stretch. They associate with all the joints in the body. So if you do a lot of kidney stretches, you're going to improve the health of your joints and help with the arthritis. But the thymus stretch for the immune system goes after inflammation throughout the whole body. So we would have you do thymus and kidney. And they would help with the inflammation in your body. Thymus is a great stretch to do.
So we call all the stretches by the organs that they're associated with because of the connection with the meridian system. But we also always let you know what area of the body that we're stretching.
Yeah, the thymus is up in the traps, back of the neck, on the outside of the shoulder and arms.
So the organ's not there, the meridian is there. Okay, Elizabeth, as you learn the stretches, it's great to be able to troubleshoot pain and alignment issues on your own. Yeah, Elizabeth, thanks for putting that in. It's so true. This is like getting the owner's manual to your body, and nobody has it. So you guys have an opportunity to join the elite group of people that actually really know this about their body. It's so essential. And we don't have to have all the pain and all the discomfort. You can do something about it. Let's see. How about MS? Absolutely, Karen. That's actually how I got into this work. Do you want to explain about MS, John? I don't have MS. I had a friend who has MS.
Yeah. Well, it's associated with the pericardium, and pericardium stretches will help with that. Like large intestine stretches will help with Parkinson's. And but like Sita said, and we always say, the root cause is the fascia. And now the person, you might have 5 people with MS. They'll all need pericardium stretches, but individually they may need something specific also. So yeah, the short answer is yes, it helps with MS.
Oh, I love what Teresa's writing. It's so rare that people know to do this. I'm doing this as prehab for surgery. It's a game changer. It's improved range of motion, strength, calmness, and it's empowering. So yeah, I think a lot of times people are afraid to do something right before they go in for surgery, and this sets you up for it so much. I'm so glad that you're doing that, Teresa, and thank you for telling us. We love hearing that. Let's see, Mary, could you please quickly show the thymus stretch again? I'm sure John would be happy to oblige.
Yep. On the ground here. Well, let's start with the basic, simple thymus stretch. So your arm is up. See the sideways view. My hand, back of my hand's facing away. My arm slightly bent, but it's in front of my body. It's going to go up, but I'm going to grab the forearm, pull it down against resistance, resist, relax on the way up. Arms going up, I'm grabbing the wrist or the forearm and pulling it down against resistance. Now, this is a hard one in this because you'll tire out very quickly, right? But on the ground, both arms are pushing and going up. So here, we'll do it on the ground. So this is a stretch that everybody should know for any kind of cold you get or any kind of inflammation in your body. Forearms down with your palms up. Hope you can all see me there. I'm pressing. I like to tuck my toes under because that's going to help push my body forward. So you start sitting back, right? As comfortably as you can. That doesn't go too far back if it hurts your knees. Press the arms down and forward, right? Down and forward. That's your resistance. Keep that resistance as you move forward. Let it go and come on back. So press those arms down and forward and move your body forward and then relax on the way back. The ribs want to stay up in your body and then relax on the way back. And you might even feel after a couple that your body starts to heat up. So like whenever we get a fever, that's our immune system turning on, the body's immune system turning on, raising the heat to knock out the virus, bacteria, or whatever it's going on. This stretch will turn on your immune system and raise the heat in your body, just like a fever does. So you can do it anytime you want. If you got a cold coming on, or you just wake up and you're just feeling a little, please show the time. Okay, Mary, we did that. Elizabeth forgot to mention my labs last year, my white blood cell count, and I wasn't producing enough neutrophils. This year, my neutrophils and white blood cell counts are normal. My hematologist
Oh my
started
God, I love
stretching
it.
as a result of the result. That's fantastic, Elizabeth.
Those are a lot of big words.
So now that tells me that your doctor doesn't see somebody our age come back in next year with stronger numbers.
It's so cool, Elizabeth.
Do you know what I mean? That's like,
Well, didn't you do a thing, a live blood cell analysis?
yeah, there's something called a live blood cell analysis. It's not really done in this country, but they just prick your finger, right? Little needle, take the blood, put it on a slide like in biology class, right? And then you put it under, and on the computer, you can see all your blood, like right there, all the red blood cells. They should be all the same size and spaced properly. And then you see your white blood cells. They're really cool. They're like Pac-Man. You ever play Pac-Man on the video game years ago? This thing goes around and like eats up the other things. Well, that's what the white blood cells do. They locomote themselves through your blood, right? So when I first got it done, and then they see everything. You see any parasites, any viruses, like whatever's going on. And my blood cells were kind of like, my white blood cells were kind of like, they were moving. Okay. The guy came back to the studio, like, I'm going to say 4 months later. I got another done. And I worked on my thymus because he said those, you can use some help with those white blood cells. My white blood cells were doing this afterwards. It started out like this. So if your white blood, that's your immune system, right? So you want to strengthen your immune system because it goes after inflammation throughout your entire body. Super cool. I wasn't the only one. There was patients there that were really sick that we brought this guy in for. The guy's since passed away. It's a shame. He's only one of the only ones doing it. White blood cell count was low. Could MS with spasticity start the stretches? Karen, I don't understand the question.
She's asking if when you stretch, your muscles are going to get spastic, which can happen with MS. I don't think so.
No, it'll come out. The spasticity will come out. There'll be less spasticity. I'm going to say I knew about 4 or 5 people that stretched or got stretched. Oh, mostly got stretched with MS. And they all improved dramatically in terms of, not needing a cane, not needing a walker, off the drugs, feeling better, their temperature regulated, like they weren't burning up all the time. The best is when we were stretching in his office and his nurse walked in and said, "What is going on here?"
I love it.
My head clears every time I do thymus. Yeah, it's a really good. How to start when you have spasticity.
So you were doing the stretches today, right, Karen? So you already started. John, can you answer Tammy's question?
Okay, where's Tammy? I missed her. I'm looking for you, Tammy. Hang on. Hey, Mary. Elizabeth, Teresa.
She's right under Elizabeth. I have weakness in my left knee, difficulty stepping up or lifting knee, and IT band pain. What would you recommend?
Okay, I heard that. IT band pain,
And
you have,
difficult lifting the knee, difficulty lifting the knee up,
so you have difficulty doing this
and IT band pain.
and IT band pain. For this, the hamstrings, I would
See, we
do
told you, Shirley.
central, lateral, and medial, all three, but the central will help a lot with this. The central hamstring, the brain. I mean, do a few, like, try and lift your leg up, then do a dozen or so central hamstring stretches, and then try it again. And if there's something changed, keep doing it.
So Karen, has your husband tried stretching? Because we've known multiple people with MS that self-stretch and get assisted, and they're very much so able to do it. And with severe MS. So if he's, I think in his case, it might be useful for him to, maybe spend some private time with John where he could help him specifically. But we do have experience with this and people that have gotten some really nice results. I think it would be hard, given the nature of MS, to comment on it too much without actually meeting and talking to him. Yeah, cool. Any other questions?
Elizabeth said, can you work online with someone?
Who SMS, that was just what we were saying to Karen, we would recommend.
Yeah, we could get you started,
sure.
depending on what, what's going on.
For sure.
Absolutely.
All right, you guys. I think we've done it. It's now 4:02, so it's been an hour. We're going to let you all go to your Saturday. And please, if you have any questions, you can email me always. But we hope that we see you inside the membership if you haven't already joined. And if you're not going to join this time, I hope we continue to see you at classes and various, free events that we offer.
Yeah, stay in the game.
Stay in the game.
Keep it up.
Awesome, Shirley. Being on the fence isn't a problem. Bye, guys.
Thank you.
See, it's better than off the fence. See ya.